Did you used to have a proper job? What?
I don't know, I've been a boss for a long time, so I was thinking, what would impress me?
What would genuinely impress you? Yeah.
Breakdancing?
I think I'd quite like to be a sir. Yeah, I mean,
Good luck with that.
If anyone here is going to be a sir, it's going to be the king of daytime. I bet the Queen watches Pointless.
Where's Bradley Walsh? Where's Bradley Walsh?
I think you'll find it's not Dame Time, it is Access Prime. That's what it is, very different.
Sorry,
very different.
Access Prime.
Isn't that an account on Amazon?
What time is that, Richard?
It's when non-middle-class people are actually home, but middle-class people haven't got home from work yet. Middle-class people say, oh, people who don't work watch your show. You go, you know, it's on at 5:15, and most people finish work at 5 and live quite near where they work. Just because you work in London, it takes you 4.5 hours to get home to Northampton.
Someone's a bit touchy about their early start time, aren't they, Rick? We've got to go for old Ricky O, haven't we? Ricky Osman.
OK. Most people think they're smart enough to win a quiz show. True or false?
False!
I'm afraid you're wrong. This is the same studio we filmed Pointless. Where David is sitting there is roughly where I sit. Jessica is roughly where the column is. And if you look under your desk, that's Alexander Armstrong's secret Coke stash.
Does this remind you of anything? Oh, blah, 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 blah.
That seems a little harsh.
Right, listen, it looked like me. I don't think it sounded like me.
So I've knocked the microphone off and trying to do an impersonation.
Yeah, you know what? It is harder to be me than it looks, my friend.
Sorry, did you think your impression was so good you dropped the mic? Literally, our sound department has just gone, oh. Should we treat ourselves to a little look at Pointless? Check this out.
We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending in double Z.
OK, so I have a word, but again, it's sort of slangy, maybe slightly profane. So what do I do about that? What's your counsel?
Hey, listen, my counsel, if it's gonna score you 250 quid, fabulous.
So I'm going to go with jizz.
Nice. Let's see how many of our 100 people said jizz. It's a correct answer. And it gets you through. And that scores you 7, which takes your total up to 11. Richard?
Yeah, jizz is, of course, as everybody knows, it's the characteristic first impression you get of a plant or animal.
My mother gets confused between, like, certain words with Zs in them, like pizzazz. And so one time she met one of my friends and he's not very entertaining. She's like, I didn't like him. He'd no jizz in him, you know? And I explained to her what jizz was and she's like, yeah, I don't think you did any of that either.
Got a bit of an issue with you, mate. I've done the Cube, I've done the Chase, never done Pointless. You did a comedian special, I wasn't invited on.
Yeah, it was a comedian special.
OK, most people think they're smart enough to win a quiz show. David, what do you think?
There is the spectrum of quiz shows, which has, we'll say, catchphrase, family fortunes at one end, and then, say, Only Connect, University Challenge at the other end. At one end, if you don't answer all of them correct, you can't sleep that night. And at the other end, if you get one of them right in your life, you retire a hero.
The irony is the easier they are, the more money you earn. Catchphrase is slightly easier to win than Only Connect. But you can win like 30 grand on catchphrase, and Only Connect, you get like a mug, maybe.
What do you guys get jealous of?
I get career jealous. Career jealousy.
Yeah, I get jealous of North Korea.
Have you read these books? Have you read the Harry Potters?
I haven't. You know what I do? I think, you know, she's made it OK for a whole generation of children to read again, which I genuinely think is a real shame. Because when I was growing up, you were allowed to just watch television. Kids these days have to read. You know, my daughter read all the Harry Potter books. I had to read some of them. It's fine. But I say to my son, oh, so when you read this thing, it's good. It's got, like, wizards and there's, like, lots of deaths and stuff like that. And he honestly goes, you know there are video games, right? Why on earth would you be reading a book when there's a video game?
It's quite a positive message there for
Yeah.
Brendan.
You can't help the truth. Computer games are better than books, and so are films. Because you don't have to do the thinking, it's there. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what? I think Steven Spielberg's got a better idea of what I want to watch than what I do.
I've got a pretty good idea of what you want to watch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you flirting with me?
No,
Hello, I'm Harry Potter himself. You're looking for America's biggest Harry Potter fan, but you're in luck. You found the world's biggest Harry Potter fan. In 2006, watch it, steady on. And in 2006, I went and saw J.K. Rowling in New York City. Where she signed this. And this, which is now one of 4 tattoos on my body. With plans for more.
What fun fact, that is the man that kills J.K. Rowling.
If he ever has sex, he's going to shout out Expelliarmus, isn't he?
I don't think he needs to worry about that.
David, you write children's books, which are, I mean, I've got the statistics here, much less successful.
It's difficult to quantify the joy you bring to children, but yes, I bring a lot of joy to children. Carry on.
So you've written, what children's books have you written?
I have written a series of books called Danger is Everywhere, which is...
Not as good as Harry Potter.
David, can I ask you a sensible question about it? Who's in the films of your books?
It's nice to have someone, because I'm from Essex, someone else from Essex who isn't just famous for being like, oh, you're mugging me off, so that's quite nice. He's got a trade, and I like that about him.
I'm from Essex as well.
Are you?
Yeah, if that helps at all.
You're really ruining the image.
There was literally like a gasp in the audience.
Whereabouts are you from?
Billericay.
Shut the front door.
No, where are you from?
Brentwood.
No.
Oh, my God.
That means we're going to have to fight.
I was going to go then, Richard.
To be fair, the size of him, I reckon you could reach from there.
There's a good chance they're talking about fighting. Maybe they're talking about fighting. Maybe they're talking about fighting.
Closest I'll ever get to working in Subway, like that. 6-inch or footlong.
Rich, are you a fan of Ed Sheeran? Do you like him?
I'm aware he's had all of these hits, and I must have heard... Listen, I've rung up call centres, I've been in lifts. I must have heard his music sometime in the last 5 years. In the same way with Drake, I can't honestly tell you what any of his songs actually are. There was a point where Ed Sheeran and Drake and Stormzy had 50 of the top 100 singles at the same time, and I hadn't heard a single one.
I don't think you're the demographic, Rick.
But Ed Sheeran...
Do you want to see the best thing you've ever seen in your life?
No. I really don't. I don't, because where do I go from there?
Sorry.
That's a great point.
The only thing I knew about Ed Sheeran before was famously he had a Nando's black card, and I've always been very envious of that. Do you know Nando's black cards?
I do, yeah. I'm...
Have you got one?
Yeah.
So that like gets you free Nando's plus 5 friends for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just needs to 5 friends and he'll be away.
Wow. Have you got?
Well, you're off the list.
Can I tell you now? I would pay £40 to see you fight Vladimir Klitschko.
Well,
I would love to see that.
Yeah, he didn't like me when we met either.
Why? What did you do?
I said to him, if you win, he went, I will win. All right, I went, and then later on I went, if you win, he went, I will win. And then I went, isn't there any part of your head telling you they might not? Well, how are you being that positive? And he went, don't ask a fighter a question he cannot answer with words. And I tell you, I was that close, because when I go, I go. The little mashed potato monsters on his case.
The final scores are Rob, Ellie and Richard have no points. Aisling, Jessica and David have 5 points.
That means we're the winners.
It's pointless.
Which means, because this is the studio weather record Pointless, that you are the winners.
Rich, you look like you're picking them up from a disco. Come on, girls, in the car. It's 9:15. I said 1 Bacardi Breezer.
Literally, I'm watching Top Gear on my iPad thinking, oh, how long are they going to be?
Richard, thank you for chaperoning us tonight.
Oh, it's such a pleasure.
What do you think about Brexit?
What do I think about Brexit? I don't want to really talk about the story, but I will. We'll do more hair extension stuff in a minute, I promise. We are going to have another vote next week, but that's a proper, meaningful vote. That's like the Friday vote on Come Dine With Me. That's how serious.
I think she just has enough goes until she gets the result she wants.
Imagine going around Theresa May's house for dinner. It'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? She's like, what do you want to eat? I've got some quiche. I don't like quiche. Do you want quiche? No, I don't like quiche. Do you want an omelette? Yeah, but on pastry. It's a quiche, Theresa.
That's the thing, though. She's been stopped keep going back with the same question because of this Erskine May thing that John Bercow brought up.
We'll have a look at a picture of him. This is what a frog looks like when it's shitting.
Did you see him turn up this week when he turned up in, like, a rugby shirt and then, like, deck shoes without any socks on? And you're the Speaker of the House of Commons. Go fuck yourself. Dare you turn up to work dressed like some horrendous sort of rugby dad.
Has someone just broken up with a rugby player?
But Bercow acts like he's a drunk rugby player. Like, he just stands in the House of Commons going, order! Oh, it's like he's in a kebab shop, pissed. Order!
Are you sure Boris Johnson's not your dad? You're 100% sure?
I don't think anyone under 30 can be absolutely sure that Boris Johnson...
It all just seems to be spiralling, you know, just further and further along the track. Nigel Farage then organised that march. Did you see that? But it's supposed to be a march, but then only 200 people turned up and
We've got a still of the march. It doesn't look great.
They do have a lot of chutzpah, though. Like, they've got a lot of great slogans. Leave means leave. Strong and stable. Take back control. You know, they sound like Beyonce songs.
I'm anti-Brexit, and I obviously don't want it to happen, but at the same time, I'm like, if a country had to go through a food shortage, like, say, a famine-esque sort of thing, I would not vote for Britain. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like...
I think I know what you're referring to.
Yeah. But I would say...
I don't think it would hurt. It's a couple of weeks. We'll be all right. A couple of weeks without quavers.
Whoa, there's a quavers issue. I haven't heard that.
What do you think, Richard? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think after that next vote, she's definitely going to go one way or another. That next vote, seriously, is the real deal. It is now our final one. If she loses, then it'll be because of 20 members of the ERG who are arch Brexiteers, and they're the ones stopping Brexit happening. And the only way she'll get them to vote for her is if she agrees to resign straight afterwards. So either way, she's going to go very, very soon, which is a shame, given all the good things she's done. But, you know, seriously, name 47 things she's done wrong. You know, it's hard. 46 you can do, but leave her be.
Is that going to be an answer on Pointless?
I appreciate being asked about Brexit because a lot of people think that I'm only good for dick jokes, but I've had to do a lot of serious political research, and that's how I know that Theresa May has formally written to the EU to ask for the extension, and I know that it's a very short one, even though a lot of us prefer a longer one. Am I right, ladies?
I think it's more about what you do with it, but OK.
Is it just length, or does it need to be a decent width as well?
Length is a real... I just said that for the joke, but girth is everything.
Oh, and that's a Brexit slogan we could have stood behind.
So next elections are 2020, and he's predicted to win that. So it might be... I mean, it's another sort of
So even now that he's doing all this stuff, people still want him in charge?
This is the whole point of the wall, is 2020, when we have this election. There's two outcomes for Trump. One is he's president again, genuinely, and the other one is he goes to prison.
Innocent until proven guilty.
And they should rebrand the 2020 election presidency versus prison. Because that's what it is.
Richard, are you in favour of this ban on fast food?
I think if you're not going to do adverts, because I'm interested in developments in fast food, you know, if they're putting bacon in a Big Mac, I want to know about it. And if they'd have to put it on the news, I think. I don't want to bring the tone down, but I do need to be serious. This week, miniature heroes that said they're going to bring out 2 new miniature heroes for this Christmas. They're getting rid of the eclairs.
Good,
Okay,
bye.
What?
Which is good.
Gone.
Right.
Bye.
What?
Good riddance.
Right.
I want to keep my filling.
Did you see this on the news? No, you didn't. Which is why we need adverts. And they're introducing 2 new little mini chocolates. One is the crunchy.
I love
Yes.
crunchies. It's my favourite.
Fair enough.
Happy with
The
that.
other one, double decker,
Yes!
which they're calling a dinky decker.
Yes!
Now, if we don't have adverts before 9 o'clock, how the fuck are we going to hear about this stuff? Is my opinion.
That's a good point.
I don't want to be,
That's a good point.
you know. People are genuinely worried about this, but it's a water shortage in 25 years' time. Rich, are you worried?
Yeah, what, 25 years' time? No, not really.
I'm excited.
And also, every time it rains, I'm getting it first, so I'm fine.
Catherine Bohart, what do you think of this water shortage?
Yeah, I think we are getting to a stage where it's pretty bad. Like, that girl who's protesting in Sweden, who's been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, I'm like, fair enough. If the snow is on fire, I think we're in trouble. Do you know what I mean? I do find it's interesting that it's generally older people who are like, well, climate change isn't real, la, 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 la. And it's like, well, you're literally never going to see it. I don't know what age you are, but I...
I'm 71.
Oh, no, that was for Catherine. I don't know what age she is.
71.
Literally, not a clue.
We do get told off a lot about the environment. I know we're not doing it all right, but you can't have a straw now because of turtles. And I think, like, you sort of think, I will start caring a bit more about turtles when they stop laying their eggs by the car park on the beach. Right at the back. Why don't they lay the eggs near the sea, or even better, in the sea, where they fucking live? It's all like 3.5 miles them little turtles have got to do when they're born.
I have to say, I was worried about what would happen when Attenborough retired finally, but now I'm not.
Come here. Move them down.
I like the look of Richard Osman.
OK, oh, well, you picked Richard, host of Child Genius. So we asked our studio audience, would you prefer your child to be academic or popular at school?
That's such a tough one because, like, people who were popular are obviously going to say popular, and people who were academic are going to say popular.
What were you like at school? Were you popular? Were you academic? What were you like?
I mean, I was popular with the important people, which is to say I was academic, so the teachers loved me.
Rich, were you popular at school?
I was tolerated, I think. I wasn't particularly academic.
Well, were you not? Because, I mean, you're known for being kind of...
I'm kind of good at remembering stuff.
That's all there is to it.
But also, like on TV, I always have an earpiece in. That's the real secret to intelligence. So you've got an earpiece in, right, Jimmy, just in case things are overrunning, someone has to talk to you. So if I was to say to you, for example, what is the capital of South Sudan? Now, you don't have a fucking clue. But there's a whole group of people upstairs now who'll be Googling that.
I'm annoyed they haven't got the answer already, frankly. It's Juba, isn't it?
Juba is That's the secret of being clever. That's all you need.
Richard Osman, you're a dad. Academic kids, popular kids, what would be your preference?
I would say academic. The kids who are super popular at my school, it's just like a scrapyard, Facebook now. You just think, oh, man.
So what are you going to go for, Catherine Ryan?
Well, as the most popular girl on this team, I'm going to go against these nerds. I'm going to go with popular.
OK. Well, I can tell you, 77% of our studio audience would prefer their child to be academic.
No!
Well done, Rob.
What I like doing, and I get told off for doing it when there's people in the house, so I always do it when there's no one in. I like answering back to the telly. I do that a lot. So, like, you know when it's like Homes Under the Hammer, and then I leave it on, you can hear them going, well, we did tell you it was a bit of a risk. Let's see how it gets on an auction. Well, yeah, you did tell us, didn't you, smarmy bastard?
Very early in the day as well. Those programmes are on at like 11, 12 o'clock. It's as soon as you wake up.
Well, it's interesting, that Homes Under the Hammer thing, because, you know, if you're watching a box set, if you're watching Peaky Blinders or Narcos or something, you can only really watch that with someone. It feels very lonely to be watching something like that by yourself. But at the same time, you cannot watch Homes Under the Hammer or Bargain Hunt with somebody because that points to a bleakness of a relationship. I think so. If I'm alone, I will watch 10 a.m, by the way, Homes Under the Hammer. I'm watching Homes Under the Hammer, I'll love it. The second, if anyone else is in the room, I'd be like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I couldn't possibly do it.
OK, so what do you think?
For me, it's to have a quick wank, because lesbian... No, but can I just explain? Lesbian sex takes forever.
Really?
Yes, someone just has to call it. There is no logical end.
It always has to go to judges' scores at the end, doesn't it?
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of like cricket in that way, because it like goes on forever, and there's so many men at home watching it on the internet. But I just sometimes, you know.
Rich Osman, what do your parents not understand?
Well, my mum, she doesn't understand why Eggheads isn't on every day. Doesn't understand why they can't.
Sorry, your mum's a massive fan of Eggheads?
Oh, my God, she loves
That's
Eggheads.
a kick in the teeth, isn't it?
Listen, it's fine. Sometimes I do a show called House of Games, which replaces Eggheads sometimes. She's furious. It's like, put it on a different time, but don't take Eggheads off.
What do you think of Greta? Do you like her?
I do like her, especially the fact that she's like at least 500 years old by now. I love it.
There is a theory she's a
There's
time
this-
traveller because there's a still photo of her. Can we have a look at this photo? It does look remarkably like her. Oh. That is something, isn't it? Are you really subscribing to this?
I'm obsessed with this. I watched the show Ancient Aliens religiously, and
When you say religiously, you mean without really thinking about it?
Yeah,
I mean, look, it's very impressive what she's doing at 16. At
Yeah.
16, what was I? I was wanking and eating rustlers, mainly.
I think it's great that she's like a young hero, but I worry that she's not getting like a normal, like childhood, like the normal teen experiences.
But if you remember your teenage years, do you want that to happen to her?
That's the problem for Greta, though. When you've done all this stuff by 16, she's an incredible woman. How's she going to rebel? You know, where's she going to go and rebel? She'll start off by going, you know what, I'm just going to put the cardboard in the red recycling bin. Within a year, she'll be having a hog roast with Richard Branson. You can tell that's the only place she's got to go, right?
The problem is, I agree with everything she says, but I don't know what it is. Whenever she speaks, I'm like, oh, fuck off a bit, will ya?
I've decided I'm going to be right-wing now. Very right-wing.
You would suit being very
I
right-wing,
look
think.
right-wing. I look
Yeah, you
like
do.
the kind of white woman who would call the police on a child's lemonade stand. I do. It's like, go home.
You'd be great on Fox News.
Thank you, and fuck you.
Do you like our new glorious leader?
He's got a lot of kids, isn't he? I mean, even he doesn't know quite how many. He says, I want to keep them anonymous. But that entire family, Boris, his dad, the brother, they all look exactly the same. There is not a single primary school in South London where the teacher's not going, oh, yeah. I think, yeah.
Well, Rich, look no further.
Hi, guys.
I only found out recently that his full name, it's Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. He's a man with more middle names than morals. He pretends to be bumbling, but he's really sinister. Like when he did the Love Actually thing, where he went to that woman's door and knocked and was like, please vote for me, I'm a good guy. I was like, if Love Actually was like a Tory Love Actually, like a Brexit Love Actually, it'd be terrible. It'd be like that first scene at the airport where everyone's crying, but instead of arrivals, it's departures. Like Sajid Javid would have this maid that learned English for 8 months and then he'd still deport her.
Boris, he's so posh, he sounds like an old motorbike. But when he talks, like...
Like father, like son.
I bet he's quality on a stag do, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Boris turns up, here we go. Come on, dicks out, pants down, come on, lads. Game on my stag do, which my dad made us do, which was called Flip Cup Dicks Out. Where, you know, you ever play Flip Cup? Where you get a cup on the edge of the table, and you do that and you have to land it down on the top like that, right? Basically, if your team lost the race, you had to get your dicks out. And then you had to go down the slide in this swimming pool with your dick out.
You're in a swimming pool?
Yeah.
What are you doing at Centre Parks with your dick out?
Playing Flip Cup Dicks Out.
Flip Cup
And then
Dicks
my
Out.
dad won, and he still got his dick out and jumped in the pool.
Oh, my God. You saw your dad's penis?
It was cold, so not really.
I cannot believe you've seen Boris Johnson's penis. That is amazing.
Is it Prince Andrew?
Prince Andrew?
He's been in the news.
He's been in the news a little bit, yeah.
He's been knocking about. Because of the controversy, he's retired from public duties. I don't know what he actually did apart from walk around parks with pedos.
Yeah.
The whole way through that interview was extraordinary. He had all the misplaced confidence of a lettings agent on episode 1 of The Apprentice. A bit beforehand, he told his press secretary, I've smashed this. Absolutely gonna smash it.
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle has
Yeah.
been in the news a lot. Go on, what do you
Yes.
make of Meghan Markle?
I I find Meghan Markle fascinating because she's a woman with like the body of a goddess, but the name of a minor Harry Potter character. I think
Markle. But is she Gryffindor or Slytherin?
Oh, I think they're both Gryffindor. I think they're the most relatable as a couple, the most relatable royals, because neither of them has been accused of being a racist or a nonce. Recently.
At time of recording.
At time of recording.
Harry's like the #2 popular royal right after the Queen. You can dress as a Nazi and still be the second most popular royal in that family.
No, because everyone thinks it's cheeky. It's like if he drinks too much, it's cheeky. If he dresses as a Nazi, it's cheeky. He marries a woman of African American heritage. Like, oh, cheeky.
So, what do you think, Richard, and Meghan Markle? She's getting given a horribly hard time by the press.
Yes, she is getting. I think it must be very, very weird being Meghan Markle. I'm thinking that thing of when you meet someone famous, it's really weird. And at some point, she met the Queen, right? She must have met the Queen for the first time. That must have been so weird. And I wonder how long it took before she got bored of meeting the Queen. I wonder within about 3 days, she's like, oh, fuck, it's the fucking Queen again. And like the first time you're in Buckingham Palace, you're going, I am in Buckingham Palace. I'm a girl from California. I'm in Buckingham Palace with the Queen. And 3 days later, she's thinking, the toilet is so far away from this living room. There's not a smart TV. This is a fucking nightmare.
Well, she claims not to have ever known who they were because in America they don't have news and TV. But I think it would have been way more romantic if she just said, yes, I targeted him from a young age. I watched the funeral, I saw him walking behind that coffin, and I thought, that ass, though,
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, whatever happened to him? The guy from The Apprentice in America.
He's doing all right, isn't he? There's obviously a demand for idiot blonde blokes with massive cocks, so vote Beckett, yeah?
I think that Trump let me down this year. He peaked too soon with the crazy, and he just didn't have the momentum and the stamina. He's getting done, what, for collusion? Like Bill Clinton got done for getting sucked off by an intern. That was hot. Trump could have done a little bit better with his impeachment. Just regular, boring collusion. Underwhelmed.
2 stars.
2 stars.
Sophie, I'm guessing you're not a huge Trump fan, that's my guess.
I'm not a huge Trump fan, but I do like the drama that he has with literally everyone else on the globe. So, like, Greta Thunberg, also Justin Trudeau. When he was here for NATO, he was like, I don't like Justin Trudeau, he's two-faced, which is actually accurate because Justin Trudeau has 2 faces, his white face and his black face. I think Trump's holding back. I think, going into his 3rd term, he's going to show, it's going to be like Return of the King. He's going to, come back with a whole undead army, lots of crazy racist pensioners.
There is talk about a 3rd term because he's already saying, oh, we should change the rules.
He's not going to serve a 2nd term. That's the good news, Trump, I'll tell you that. But it's going to be terrifying if he does lose. He's not going to be a good loser. The key thing is, when he does lose at the end of next year, we must tell him he's won. It's going to be a nightmare if he knows he's lost. We'll stick him in Mar-a-Lago. He can just be there. He can keep tweeting. We keep going, oh, I'm furious with you, Mr. President. We'll just all keep it up. He can do 8 years, he can do 12 years down there. Just never tell him he's lost.
What do you make of Donald Trump, Sophie?
I have to say he's not my favourite. I also think, do you know that picture that he tweeted of himself where he put the head of him on Rocky Balboa?
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah,
do you
take
have
a look.
that?
Yeah, no, I've got the poster of
It's
my
one of
bedroom.
my favourites.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, he did that.
I think he uses the same on his Ukrainian Tinder, actually.
Pretty fit. Tell you what, he's not bad in the face, is he really? You put him on a good body, he's all right there. Look. More if I was a 7-year-old woman, I'd suck him off.
Rich, we're a very sort of class-conscious country. It's just one of those things, isn't it? What do you think?
That's right. Listen, what Catherine's saying is right. All of my family talk like Rob, apart from my mum, who talks like the Queen, because she wouldn't talk like the rest of the family. And so now I sound exactly like a cross between Rob and the Queen is how I speak. If the 2 of you mated, your child would talk like me.
I'm keen to find out if that would be the case.
Talk about a miracle baby.
Yeah. Pop the Queen's head on Adrian from Rocky's body, I'm ready to go.
So then, are there people, like your mum, chooses to talk that way?
My mum chose to speak differently, so she was able to better herself, which is what you would do in the 60s. People will slum down their accents these days. That's the truth. People will try and talk a bit more like Rob, believe it or not. Whereas in the 70s, everyone tried to talk a little bit posh, if they weren't posh.
So you guys are walking around like just doing accents.
Yeah. I was going to say, you know, sometimes I walk down the street and like I'll see a couple and they'll be wearing the same coat, and I'll think to myself, well, it would be nice to have somebody to hate that with.
I completely get what you mean.
Are you single?
I'm currently single and I hate it.
Do you?
I do hate it, but I love to sleep like a giant X in my bed. You can't do that with someone else.
Wouldn't it be amazing if at the end of this show, Sophie and Tom got together?
Yeah.
You never know, right?
That would be so great, girl.
To be honest, if I was going to marry a woman, it probably would be somebody who's like a German heiress.
I think you should consider it, Sophie. A gay husband would be fab.
I think that would be fucking amazing.
Thank you.
I think that's the secret to happiness.
Richie, you're in a
The
relationship.
worst thing about being a couple is you have to go out with other couples. Like, if it's just you just go out with your friends. You literally choose whoever you want to go out with. And in a couple, you have to... There's, like, this sort of one-step removed thing where you find yourself on an evening, not only with someone who's not really your friend, but is your partner's friend, but then also the husband of the person who's friends with your partner.
Yeah.
And that can be awful.
And you're aware they're going to be watching this?
Jimmy, a certain type of guy knows, right? A certain type of guy, he knows he's boring. He knows he's there because of his wife.
I get on really well with Rob's wife. I don't know what you want from me.
She is delightful, isn't she? But that house, so cold. I'll tell you what, though, nice duvet.
Lovely duvet.
It's also good to be in a relationship with somebody who's good at pretending to be ill, so you can leave quite early. That's because I'm quite bad at pretending to be ill. But if you're with someone who's good at faking illness, you can literally leave at 9 o'clock if you want to.
So you just want like a Munchausen's girlfriend.
Munchausen's girlfriend.
To bring around.
.com.
It's like, I think I have cancer again. Let's go.
I'm feeling weirdly drawn to you right now. So.
Stop it, you, Danko.
I think I might be gay in German.
My issue is I can't do a German accent without sounding a little bit like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit murderer.
Perhaps that's what started it all. Perhaps none of them could.